Hey guys, Scott Miller here with Pacific Stereo at the CES 2012 convention. We're here with Alpine exhibit. Jason's going to be taking us through the full line of products they're going to be offering you. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Alright, so I'll give you a quick rundown of what's new with the new X-Power amplifiers for this year. First and foremost, you notice the cosmetic change. We brought the PDX finish onto the top plate as well as the diamond cut finish on the top, so in a demo board you can actually tell the difference between it and other dark colored amplifiers. Secondly, we increased the gain by over 6 dB, so you can make full rated power with these amplifiers with as little as 70 millivolts. Thirdly, we actually reduced the low voltage cutoff point to below 9 volts, so your head unit will actually shut off before these things will in a weak battery system. Of course, we recommend good power, nice power cables up to 4 gauge, running up to it with the distribution block, because these are powerful amplifiers. We've actually increased the power rating of these amplifiers by over 10% across the board. And each amplifier comes with a birth certificate that'll tell you what it actually tested at off the line. So for example, the MRX V70, which is a new version of the V60, has actually increased its power rating from previously 300 watts RMS to 350 into the sub-channel, and from 60 watts to 70 watts to 90 watts into the main channels. We've also introduced 2 new models. We have the new Big 4 channel, which is the F65, which is 160 watts times 4 RMS, and the new Big Monster amplifier, mono 2400 watt amplifier. Now out of the box, typically this amplifier will come with a birth sheet that says 2800 watts. So still plenty of headroom despite the power change, and give you all the headroom you need and more. Alright, also all new for 2012 are 3 new series of subwoofers, actually a refresh of the previous Type S, Type E, and Type R subwoofers. This is the Type E we're looking at currently. This is our entry-level subwoofer, and it's actually much shallower than the previous design, but has significantly more output. Increased the power rating to 250 watts RMS, 750 watts peak. Actually has a 2.6-inch voice coil in this thing with 10 millimeters linear X-max and over 50 millimeters peak-to-peak excursion. So this is really your value-oriented subwoofer, but what is really impressive about this sub is that it works in the same enclosure as the Type S and Type R. So now dealers only need to carry one size box for 10-inch and 12-inch, and they get the same performance, but as you step up the line, you get more excursion, more power handling, more sound quality. We've gone to a aluminum finish polycone with a Kevlar pulp-reinforced cone body. And actually, also very interesting, it's a vented pole. Typically, you'd be worried about getting this up against the back of a thin enclosure like a truck box. But what we have here is called the airflow backplate that allows you to butt it up right up against there without worry about any kind of noises. Of course, the hammer surround is the big story, which traditionally we only had in our Type X and Type R subwoofers. That's now come down all the way down the line to Type E and Type S. And what hammer surround does for you is it maximizes your cone area, but still gives you all the excursion. Like I said, over 2 inches peak to peak. So this surround in any other traditional design would be twice as wide if you give up all that cone area and output. So this is actually the same surround that's on our Type R Thin, which is a very high-end subwoofer. So a number of Alpine patented technologies have now found their way all the way down into the entry level, including our low distortion compound radius curved motor structure. When we move up to the Type S, we still have the same size voice coil, but we have a lot more thermal mass in the voice coil. We go up to a 5-layer split winding on the Dual 2 and a 6-layer stacked winding on the Dual 4. What that gives us is 500 watts RMS power handling. It's over 40% more than the previous Type S. Now Type S and Type E have kind of switched places a little bit as far as depth. Type E is now the shallower truck box model. The Type S is more of a traditional depth, but still quite shallow at just a little bit over 5 inches. Now again, these all work in the same size enclosure, so a 10-inch will work in a 0.5 to 0.75 seal. The 12-inch will work in a 0.65 to 1 cubic foot. But also, unlike the previous models, they're also optimized for vented. And that's also the big story now, because vented you're able to get much lower frequency output and higher SPL while maintaining sound quality because of the very powerful motor on here. So in a vented box, a 10-inch will be typically 1 cubic foot to 1.3, and a 12 will be about 1.2 to 1.5. And I'll talk a little bit later about the Tune for Alpine Box Ecosystem, which combines all of these performance advantages into enclosures available from major brands across the country that optimize the Alpine performance. So talk about a few other interesting technologies. So typically, designs in the mid to high price point have all been overhung designs. This actually borrows the same motor structure technology from our Type R Thin. The high-end subwoofer, which is an underhung voice coil. It gives us an extreme linear stroke. It gives us 15 millimeters of X-Max versus 10 millimeters with Type E. And what that translates to is less distortion, more output, and better control. We have over 60 millimeters mechanical peak-to-peak excursion on here. And again, this is actually the Type R surround, same surround as on the Type R. That also gives you that better cone area and more excursion. So now we move up to the Type R subwoofer. As I talked about Type E and Type S, they all use the same enclosure as even Type R. Of course, when you step up to Type R, you get now 1,000 watts RMS power handling. It's up to 600 watts. Not only that, but you get another 5 millimeters X-Max at 20 millimeters. So as you step up the line, you get more power handling, more excursion, and better sound quality. We have a number of very unique Alpine patents in the Type R subwoofer, including the CRC pull and the hammer surround, which is now throughout the line. But also we have the one-piece frame with the integrated shorting ring that gives you low distortion and high excursion. And we've actually increased the power handling by doing some minor tweaks. They were always very underrated, but we've now added a black anodized aluminum former, Conex spider, and actually a new cone structure, which gives us this bigger appearance on the front cone. We used to have, you can see the surround glue area here. Now it encompasses the whole cone, so the surround attaches to the back of the cone. And this is now a reinforced structure with the polymica cone and the Kevlar pulp body attached to the black anodized aluminum former. So small sealed, small vented, huge output, and excellent power handling. All right, and lastly, we have what we're calling the Tune for Alpine Box Ecosystem. Now, these are just the first of 3 brands to introduce at CES this year, but this is an open program available to any box manufacturer that complies with our box alignment requirements. As I said, Alpine has a unique advantage in the market. We work in very small enclosures, but unfortunately, most of the boxes in the market today are quite big and tuned very high. And the problem that causes, not only do you get poor sound quality, you actually lower your power handling, even less than free air power handling in some cases, because the woofer doesn't move at the tuning frequency. So if they're tuned at 45 hertz, you're going to get no bottom end and you're going to get terrible power handling. So what we've done is we worked together with, here at the show, Bassworks, A-Trend, and Sound Ordnance are the first members of the program. And this is, for example, this is a 1.3 cubic foot box, actually 1.23, tuned at 32.
So this year we're introducing 4 different units are Pandora compatible, not only for iPhone but Droid and BlackBerry as well. If you look on this unit, it's now connected to Pandora. You can receive the song information, skip track, or do your thumbs up or thumbs down right from the head unit as well. Okay. We have 3 models with HD grade integrated into it. We have the CDE 134 HD, and you can tell whether it has HD or not right on the model. So you'll see HD within the SKU. Okay. So we have also the CDE HD 137 BT, which basically is letting you know it has HD radio and Bluetooth as well. Okay. The CDE 138 and 138 BT, again HD radio and Bluetooth integrated. The main difference between these two is the 138 is compatible with Sirius XM. So you can plug in the XM tuner and off you go. Simple plug and play. Okay. So for HD radio, you have everything pretty much standard. You have the hybrid mode, you have the digital, and you have the analog. However, when you come onto a station where you have low signal, it's hard to keep it within the station. We have a new setting, which is a digital MC, which, let's say you're on a specific station and you're on station number 2. If you lose signal, it'll skip back to station number 1. Well, that may get annoying. So what we do here with digital MC, basically, it'll stay on that station if you lose signal. So you lose signal, it comes back. You don't have to keep going back to press station number 2. It'll stay on station number 2 once you get that signal back. This year we're also introducing BT Plus. BT Plus basically allows you to pair your phone a lot easier. So you basically take the phone, select the unit, and off you go. You don't have to sit there and fiddle with pins and try to configure it. It makes it a lot easier. Not only that, but we also enhance the sound quality with BT Plus. Okay? Now, BT Plus is also part of some of the units that have the Android and BlackBerry compatibility as well. We offer 6 different models in the 5 different models in the BT Plus category. So we have the 135 BT, the 136, 137, 138, and the new double din, which is a CEA W235 ET. On the Sirius XM category, we have two units compatible with Sirius XM. We have the 124 XXM2, which basically ships with the tuner and the box. It's a combo, and it's basically a plug and play. On the other end, we have the CDA HD138 VT, which is compatible with the Sirius Satellite tuner. All you need to use, it's basically sold separately, but it is easy to plug and play. So the module's so small you can pretty much hide it anywhere, and all you need to do is plug the module and the antenna, and off you go. Okay. You get all the great features offered by Sirius XM, which is includes radio, song alert, artist alert, game alert. So you can go back and select whether, let's say if you have your favorite team playing on a station and you're in a different station, it'll give you an alert saying that your favorite team is playing. You hit that button, it'll take you right to that station. This year we're introducing the IBEW 530, which is our single AV unit. No navigation included, so for people that do not need a navigation, perhaps this is the best choice for them. It's a 6.1 WVGA LCD screen, and you have your basic iPhone compatibility, iPod, and it also does have a DVD built in. Okay. Over to this side, I'm going to show you the IBEW 535, which includes HD radios. Look at the model, it's 535 HD, built-in HD tuner. It also compatible with Android, Apple, so iPhone, iPod, BT Plus. It does have a 10-band EQ for better adjustment, 24-VDA converter, compatible with steering wheel control remote, HD radio, and also compatible with Sirius XM. Over on this side, we have the INE 920 HD, which basically includes HD radio, compatibility with Sirius XM, Droid, BlackBerry as well, so you can control your Pandora app with the head unit. It also includes a 3D mapping, which basically includes 3D renderings on the map across the display as you're driving along. Okay, a 10-band parametric EQ and BT Plus as well. It also does offer you a full preamp for better sound quality. Last but not least, on this side we have a new 8-inch INE Z928, which basically is an oversized display. It's a standard 2D chassis, but the unit, the display itself, it's an oversized 8-inch monitor, which basically gives you a bigger real estate and better icons for better visibility on the unit itself. Some of the features on the office, it's again our new 3D mapping, song information, Pandora control, and we will have a new update in August, which basically will allow you to control your apps via your phone. So let's say if you have Netflix, you'll be able to control that right through the head unit. AHA radio, Stitcher radio. So those are some of the apps that will be fully compatible with the unit. So now with the 8-inch, it's really not that simple to get to make it fit into any vehicle. So what Alpine is doing, we actually are developing in-house kits to make more and more vehicles, to allow more vehicles to integrate the 8-inch monitor or head unit. Each perfect fit kit comes with the wiring harness and antenna adapter, and if the vehicle requires any type of adapter, say the vehicle's equipped with a bus, whether it's a CAN bus or any type of data bus, we'll provide that in the kit. Here's another example of the GM kit. Basically, you have your adapter, and the adapter also includes the steering wheel control, which basically allows for an easy install. So you basically plug it into the vehicle, plug the Alpine head unit, and off you go. There's no additional splicing or wire cutting or 10, 20 different adapters that you probably needed in the past. Over on this side, we have the IBEW camera system, and basically what it does is it has two main features. One, it basically pinpoints moving objects. You look at the monitor, as you move, it'll detect moving objects and pinpoint where they're at. So as you're backing up, it'll pinpoint any, whether it's, you may have a bouncing ball, that happens if you're driving, down the neighborhood, or if you're shopping, a cart moving by. So that'll pinpoint any moving objects, and also chirp, letting you know that there's something in the back. Another thing it does is you have 4 different views. That's a standard view. the Fisheye View, which is pretty a wide view. Split screen, which basically covers corner to corner of the vehicle, and a top view, which basically covers the tow hitch area.